It's hard to articulate how much one session has changed. It's unbelievable when I say that, but it's just rare. It's one very long session.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I'm all in.
Yeah, I mean so the biggest thing that I noticed, the biggest thing I wanted to work on was, my procrastination, my interactions with family. Those were the pressing pain points at that time.
Yeah, back in December 2020, so about a year and a half ago. Okay, and so we went in, we did a session, and what happened?
I mean, it's just safe to say that I don't procrastinate on important things or even small things. It's hard. It's unbelievable when I say that, but it's just rare. There's just there's never a reason to procrastinate. You just do what you have to do because you have a good reason to do it, and then you take it from there. You go with what you know.
And how much did you procrastinate before our first session?
A lot, honestly. I think it felt like most days was just anxiety filled. I'm not on a task that I know. It's just anxiety and procrastination, and then the dread of, the fact that I'm procrastinating, and then just like self-loathing and more criticism of myself.
Yeah, so before self-loathing, criticism, lots of procrastination. So what % of that did we solve with that one session, and was that permanent?
It's whatever we solved is still,
year and a half later, it's still feeling the effects, the positive effects. Is that right?
Yeah, the positive effects. I mean, it's hard to articulate how much one session has changed my life, because it's well, some of the details, but literally everything, every aspect of my life is changed. It all began with what you did, and there was all those beliefs.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All that. Well, I'll just call it silly beliefs, but it's all that trauma, belief, all that mess just piled up, sitting inside of you.
So you had this inner trauma. We got rid of a big chunk, and then big difference for you. Is that right?
Yes, massive. Just
what was causing your procrastination before? What do you think?
Oh, it was just well, to put it bluntly, it was just toxic shame. Just affected everything. The opportunities that have come by, and the increase in how much I make, active income, investments, how I think about things, how I interact with people, so much different. Like it's just more and more. It's just that there isn't enough time to talk about it. There's just a lot, but like the obvious improvement.
Are you okay sharing maybe as a percentage? Like, is your salary or your income up 20%, 30%? You said an increase, 50, double. You don't have to give a dollar number. Whatever, if you're comfortable.
No, it's pretty much 100% increase.
So it doubled in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. It happens I'm not guaranteeing my clients this happens, but it happens a lot. So congrats to you. So anything else you want to share about the progress between the first session and now? Because we just finished your second, but up to this point before taking the second session, any other improvements you want to mention?
I mean, life is just in general, it's a lot easier now, I would say. I mean, don't worry about the tangible things. I wouldn't get your beliefs in order. You'll find that your life just improves.
Just did a session now. What would you like to share about this session we did today? You feel that helped, or you're not sure?
Oh yeah, especially when you read out that the statement and the change at the beginning of the session. When you read it out the first time, it was Like I could really feel it. It was a 7 or 8, you know,
Yeah.
6, 7 or 8. Really, it was. Yeah, it stayed there for a while. But the last time you read it, they were just words on a, on a document.
Yeah. So you had another bad program in you were struggling with, needed help with, and now how much of it do you think is there, or you're not sure?
I barely feel it, but let's just say it's mostly gone. I have no idea.
Very good. So you get self hypnosis along with this session. So if any of it pops up, you do that, nip it in the bud, get rid of the rest. And then of course we put a lot of good stuff in you too, more confidence, more self belief, etc. All that good stuff is. And so I really appreciate you being willing to share this with our audience. Anoop, is there anything you'd like to tell anyone who's watching this or thinking of, doing anything along these lines or who struggles?
Yeah, I mean, I think we hear it a lot, but I don't think I don't think everyone actually believes it, that a lot of our problems are in our head, or
That
the
what is in your
changes.
head?
A lot of our beliefs or trauma really affects or kind of at the starting points for our current circumstances,
Yeah.
and changing a lot of how you frame it, how you see things, and how that trauma affects you actually ends up changing your physical circumstances. So,
Yeah. And then your income doubles, and now you're doing jujitsu regularly and feeling better. And it's my honor and pleasure to serve you. You guys know I used to have really bad manic depression, and I cured 60% over 15 years psychotherapy, but big chunk it can never touch. And then I started doing this in 2 months gone, and then just clearing stuff. My income quadrupled. Things just doing great. So now I'm doing it for others. So it's my honor and pleasure to be able to help you out. Anoop, any final thoughts from you?
no, that's it.
All right, thanks. So thank you for sharing. And guys, this stuff really works. Thank you, Anoop.